How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Foggins, Media Corner, back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2024 supernatural horror film, and that is Tarot. This is the directorial debut of Spenser Cohen and Anna Halberg, and in this film, when a group of friends recklessly violates the scared rule of tarot readings, they unknowingly unleash an unspeakable evil trapped within the cursed cards, and one by one, they come face to face with fate and end up in a race against death. So that's pretty much the story of Tarot. Now, this is one of the few films I saw advertised multiple times in the cinemas, and it was around the time like I was seeing other films around the time when this was coming out. And when I did see what kind of movie this was, as well as what the whole premise was about for this whole thing, I pretty much kind of knew what I was going to expect out of this whole movie going into it, because as I was walking to this film, I didn't really expect much, but I was hoping maybe something for the best here for this one as well. And I did see this movie just a couple of days after it was released in my area, and there wasn't that many people in the screen that I went to for this film, unfortunately, but after watching this whole thing here, it's definitely another generic horror film to be released this year, you guys. The storytelling for this film I just felt was completely derivative when it came to the overall presentation for this movie, because this whole movie is basically about these group of teens who find themselves cursed over these tarot cards. And the way it was played out in this whole movie here just consistently reminded me of like other horror films that have used this kind of concept before, and yet they play out really horrible, like Ouija or The Bye-Bye Man. And yet this film does tend to have some generic moments here and there within this movie, like the creepiness to the build-up of the character's fate, and the overall finale when it comes to these characters who have to go up against the villain who have like cursed them. And there was actually like one effective moment in the film that I thought wasn't too bad when it came to some of the jump scares in the film, in which there was one where it involves like an underground subway, in which for that I thought wasn't too bad here within this movie here. But when it comes to these characters in the film, I just found these characters to be just less memorable, and yet I didn't find myself really invested with any one of them. Although there was actually one that I actually kind of find sort of memorable here, in which is the actor Jacob Balton, who's in this movie, in which you may know this actor from being in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and he is fun in those movies. And here, in this movie, he was somewhat just memorable here. But when it comes to the kills in the film, they're not like violent or anything, because this is not like a violent R-rated horror film, because this is a PG-13 horror film, and I just pretty much got what I expected out of those moments when it came to the killing aspects in this movie, because the kills in the film just felt like something that we've already seen before in the past within these horror films, because there's a few of the ones that are like cutaways to the facial expression of the characters, and where the characters scream and then you end up seeing like the blood splattered on the wall, which it's basically all of that here within this movie here. So all in all, Tarot, yeah, this was just another generic horror film to be released for 2024, yeah, and certainly not one of the best horror flicks to come out this year as well. But if you're a fan of like these kind of horror films here, this one might be one for yourself here. But in all honesty, this is definitely one I wouldn't really recommend in the slightest here. So that's pretty much all I'd say about Tarot. I'm gonna give Tarot 1 out of 5. Other than that one aspect of the film I thought wasn't too bad here, the rest of the film I just found it to be just pretty much just generic and yeah, pretty forgettable here at the same time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on Tarot, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already, or if you just recently checked this out. Did you really enjoy this one, or did you just downright hate this one? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.